For decades, Georgia has been a Republican stronghold, but this year we saw a big change across the state. Some would call it a blue wave.
And while there are many reasons for a Democratic surge across the state, some people are pointing to one single woman.
Karen Greer joins us now with how a former gubernatorial candidate, Stacy Abrams, has impacted the election. Karen.
They're sure not pointing at me, ladies. Hey, good evening. Right now, President-elect Joe Biden's leading President Trump in this traditionally red state by more than 12,000 votes. And many are crediting former House Minority Leader Stacy Abrams with rallying voters. So let's take a look at the Abrams effect.
Please welcome back to A Late Show, Stacy Abrams.
Good evening, my fellow Americans.
Stacy Abrams is a national political figure in the spotlight last year, giving the Democratic response to President Trump's State of the Union speech. Last week, Abrams reminding everyone just what she's doing these days.
We knocked on doors in pockets of communities that had never been touched, and we kept coming back. Is there anyone else in your family who needs to register? What about your neighbors?
A record, nearly 5 million Georgians voted. If President-elect Biden wins here, he will have to thank Abrams and the New Georgia Project for helping to register 800,000 new voters, most of them voters of color. She says her passion since she was 17 has been fighting voter suppression, barriers to the ballot.
Politicians believe their way to preserve their power is to impede the ability of voters to be heard. Typically, and they target people of color, young people, and they target the poor.
The 46-year-old Abrams graduated from Spelman College and Yale Law School, becoming a state rep, then Georgia's House Minority Leader.
We are Georgia!
In 2018, she ran for Georgia governor. Former President Barack Obama endorsed her. Oprah Winfrey campaigned for her. In 2017, 670,000 Georgia voters were purged from the rolls. Nearly 70% of those voters were black. Georgia Secretary of State overseeing that purge, Republican Brian Kemp, who was Abrams' opponent in the governor's race, a race she lost by 55,000 votes.
I believe it was stolen from the voters. I just said it can't happen again. And that has been my mission for the last 2 years. And we were in Wisconsin, we were in North Carolina, we were in Pennsylvania. Voter suppression happens anywhere.
So Abrams' next challenge is right back here in January as Georgia elects both its U.S. senators. The push is on once again to get out the vote as control of the Senate hangs in the balance. Sean?
Karen, thank you.